Okay, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Just now, this morning, in the Mahmoud Khalil habeus petition case here in the SDNY, the case will not remain here. Judge Furman, after considering the arguments from both sides, said that it's true. At the time the petition was filed, Mahmoud Khalil was already in New Jersey, and therefore the case will be transferred there. He did speed it along, and he didn't transfer it to Louisiana. So he did what he could, but the law, he could have, I guess, done an inquiry into whether the move to New Jersey was cynically done to evade jurisdiction. Didn't do that. Buzbee is, I'm not saying he's cynically doing it, but he's definitely conducting an inquiry into when the planes took flight in the other case, the Tren de Aragua so-called case of flights to El Salvador. So we're covering both of those cases. But we're also, the three trials we've been covering here in SDNY are all coming to a conclusion. It seems like it'll be one after the other. In the case of K-Flock, Kevin Perez, the drill rap case that we've gotten very much embroiled in. In fact, one of the witnesses came and said she read on Inner City Press and she had to come to court. That was the sister of Brockington. Yesterday were the closing arguments. So today, jury deliberation and possible decision. In the closing arguments by the prosecutor, they hammered away. They played a number of videos. In the defense summation, basically, I'll boil it down to one line. It's not Kevin Perez on trial. It's drill rap on trial. He's saying that basically, that they've put a whole form of expression on trial. So we'll have to see. We're covering that to the end and beyond. In the Iran murder for trial case, Masih Alinejad testified yesterday at some length about Iran, how it is, about her various campaigns, compulsory hijab, White Wednesdays, and there was no cross-examination. It turned out that really the testimony didn't go directly to the guilt of either Amarov or Omarov. So they decided, for their own reasons, not to testify. And they did a charge conference where basically that's going to move to closing arguments. And surprisingly, Javice moved faster than it seemed to be slogging along. But today, the government will rest, and they'll give an opportunity for the defense to put on a case. They've implied that they will, but you never know. I will say that K-Flock put on a case, 3 witnesses. Let's see if Charlie Javice does it. Probably some charts, at least. But the way it is, since they don't meet Friday, they're going to basically push the closing arguments to Monday and Tuesday, maybe. Sometimes Judge Hellerstein, lets people go on long, as he did in Archegos. It was just endless. So we'll have to see. Those are the cases that we're covering. Also, on the Diddy docket, we forgot to say, we reported in writing, but not in this vlog format. Tony Buzbee, the Houston-based lawyer that filed more than a dozen civil cases against Sean Combs for various Jane and John Does, was called out for not having been admitted to the SDNY, for not having gotten pro hac vice when he filed it at the time of filing. Judge Abrams finally said, put up or, explain why this happened. He withdrew from that case. We wrote that up, I think, 2 days ago. This morning, Buzbee filed in, 15 cases to withdraw. He's pulling out and leaving a local firm in charge of those cases. So you can find that. The UN, well, we continue to hammer them. Yesterday, after we sent in our questions that they didn't answer, they themselves data dumped new sexual abuse allegations, child rapes by UN peacekeepers. And the shocking thing, so we're going to ask them about that today in writing. The shocking thing is that nobody that they let in writes about it. I don't know how you could report on an organization that's itself acknowledging claims of child rape and not ask about it and just ask these insane softball questions. Well, on the D.C. beat, Elise Stefanik's confirmation by the Senate looks like to be in early April, once 2 special elections are held. So the litmus test is coming closer. Inner City Press, to be continued.